how are you so cute?
Oh. How are we so cute? I don't know.
These 3 questions are like together. They're all pretty much the same, but one is, how did you make your marriage work so long? Tips for a long life together, and secret to a long marriage.
Oh. It's about communication, connection, laughing a lot.
Especially late at night.
I know, I get very punchy and it's really goofy, and just is a nice way to end the day, a stressful day. But yeah, communicating, connecting, and I think to do that for us, I mentioned getaways before. I mean, for us, especially with kids, you know, date nights were important, getting childcare to be able to get time away for us, a night away, a couple nights away, just to kind of keep that connection. And when things were hard and got, you know, we had rocky times, it's a long marriage, and then it was important to keep that.
Absolutely. And, you know, I think the qualities or characteristics that are important to focus on are humility, forgiveness, and that honesty and communication is critical.
It reminded me of exactly that, a movie when we were young, Love Story it was called, and there was a line, love means never having to say you're sorry, and that's not true.
It means saying you're sorry a lot.
Yeah. I mean, and it's that honesty and being, you know, open to feedback, and but doing it in a loving, kind way, and knowing when things got really stressful, you know, we had to just take time outs and then really be able to talk it through and create that space to do that. And yeah.
Wow, Christy.
There's our kitty again.
But I will tell you, the secret to a long and happy relationship is
Cats.
Cats.
Cats and dogs. We had dogs too. We did everything in twos. We had 2 dogs, 2 cats, 2 kids,
And then Bondi came along.
and then Bondi.
What did you have to add?
In the question, what's a secret to a long marriage or relationship, a big part of it is therapy. So when things are tough, and, you know, is to acknowledge that and get some support. And they're not all great, but when you find a good one, it's awesome.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
And worth it.
Thanks. Right, Mama?
right.
Sorry, Linda.
I'm building something.
Who are your favorite LGBTQ celebrities or media personalities? And then favorite LGBTQ movies or TV shows?
Well, Anne introduced me to the likes of Prince and David Bowie and
Elton John.
No.
well, right. I mean, Elton John was more in my
Wheelhouse.
more in my wheelhouse at the time, but at any rate, you know, just seeing Anne's passion for those individuals, it opened my eyes a lot. And so I know you'll speak more about those people. Just more in recent times, I would say that I admire a great deal Robin Roberts. I just think she's an amazing individual, and her courage for all of what she's going through. And there are so many in our culture at this time that we can draw inspiration from, and that's just a fantastic thing.
Yeah. I think when we were your age and younger, needing inspiration, it was harder to find. I mean, I think I tended, in terms of celebrities, the androgyny or kind of gender bending, however we want to say it, of you know, David Bowie, Prince, and others. I was just very drawn to that because I felt like there was inclusivity there, and I just knew that was something I needed, and I didn't necessarily know why when I was 17, 16, 17, 18, and going to their concerts. But also, then I was also introduced at that time to the Rocky Horror Picture Show. So
I
that
was gonna say that.
that was a big, I mean, I was one of the ones who dressed up and went over and over again, and that just opened up a whole new world. And then there were other movies at that time. The Hunger was one, later Philadelphia Story, others that really, you know, I mean, those were very different movies, but had scenes or storylines that were just so important and captivating for us at that time. So Brokeback Mountain's another favorite of ours later on. But
And then what about like Melissa Etheridge and the Indigo Girls and stuff?
yeah, so music, also Melissa Etheridge, and still is. That was music we fell in love to actually in the early 80s, and saw her, you know, before she was a superstar, you know, perform in small venues, Melissa.
Lily Tomlin.
Tomlin, another.
Grace and Frankie.
Right. I mean, Lily Tomlin really was a early, I mean, for us, an early inspiration and pioneer.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And with her partner, Jane Wagner, of many, many years. So, and to see stories like that and relationships that stay intact, you know, through it all is wonderful. Yeah.
What other movies or TV shows do you like that, like you mentioned a few, but are there any right now that we've watched?
Well, today I feel like there's so many that have, I mean, it's like amazing. I mean, there's so many amazing things like Linda spoke to that today it, you know, it's all around us.
You don't have a TV show or sitcom without a gay character. So it's just actually kind of mind-blowing when you think about it.
Yeah.
I mean, when we were young, our only exposure was through music or literature.
Yeah. You know, there were sitcoms where you thought, well, maybe Rhoda on Mary Tyler Moore, you know, maybe, you know, or maybe there was something going on, and there's always wishful thinking or whatever.
Right.
But yeah, it's just, I just feel you're so fortunate today. I mean, on all of that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. This goes off of that question, but what are some other ways life and society has changed over time?
We got to get legally married in 2014. And we never thought that would be something in our lifetime. I mean, every pride parade we marched in or went to, you know, way back, it just didn't, I just had no idea that would be possible.
Well, you know, I think for me, I never really saw myself as being discriminated against or particularly part of an oppressed group. And so, you know, I feel really fortunate for that and try not to take that for granted. I think it's a product of the area in which I lived, have lived, and do live, and a product of the time in which I live. And I think about that, and so I think it informs me in terms of what groups may still be experiencing oppression and discrimination, and there's still oppression for trans people that is very concerning, and I think we have a long way to go with that.
Yeah, I was thinking back to, well, just even the Pride Parade. It's the Pride Parade now. You know, when we were first going to them, it was the Lesbian and Gay Pride Parade. Then it was the, you know...
Well, it was the Gay Pride
Parade. It was the Gay Parade, the Gay Pride Parade. And then it, yeah, so it's really evolved over time, and now it has the alphabet. But,
you know, I know that we've learned so much from you, Erin, about all of this, and have so much more to learn and to be aware of, and so appreciate you for that.
Oh, no, I love talking to you guys about it, and I know there's like a generational just difference in like a lot of things having to do with LGBTQ stuff, like even just the letters, you didn't have all of them
right
back then, so like it's just ever changing and evolving.
And I'm with your sweetie, you know, we're learning more and more about them and helping our family as we talk about them, you know, helping them. I'm the youngest we're both the youngest in our family of our own siblings, so there's a lot to teach them as well. And so, you know, I know it's just the tip of the iceberg.
But it's so great that you are willing to take that on. And then, well, one question is, how'd you come out? But that's a question for another video probably. So if people are interested to leave comments, they can, and we'll go over like your coming out stories. But the last and final question is, how are you so cute?
Oh.
How are we so cute?
You guys.
I don't know.
I'm not sure that's a universal truth, but I'm glad you think so.
And if someone asked that question, I'm glad you think so, whoever that was. And we, you know, I think it's just about finding joy, and back to that laughter I mentioned. It's trying to be, you know, age is a number, and I know I'm much older now than I was in the early 80s or whatever, but I still just go back sometimes, and I feel younger, and so I try to just still be silly and goofy and live life that way. I'm so serious in my work a lot, so it's nice to, when I'm home and we can joke around or whatever, to have that lightness. And there's too much serious going on in the world, so you need to keep that lightness and cuteness. And I like being cute for you, so.
Thank you. Well done.
Well done.
Another thing that really makes for a strong relationship, you know, people say opposites attract or whatnot. I mean, I wouldn't say we're opposite, but we definitely have a balance, and so that yin and yang I mentioned before, like things that interest us may be different, things we do in the marriage, you know. I mean, I tend to be that more logistical and do the bills and do those things, and Linda is the best cook in the world, and Linda and Erin together, oh my gosh, too. So I'm so lucky, and you know, Linda's in the garden and fixing stuff around the house, and you know, things I take care of are more, I don't know, behind the scenes, but
We're just a team.
it all works out.
Yeah.
And that makes just for really,
A good and equal division of labor.
that's it, equal division of labor.
Okay, cool. I'll just jump in and
Okay.
say, okay, am I blocking Mama?
No.
Thank you all for watching, and if you have any more questions for my moms, leave comments down below or reach out to us on our social medias. I'll link their Instagram and with Linda in the description below. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up down below. Leave a comment, click subscribe, and click the bell to turn your notifications on. And I will see you all in my next video.